Well, hello. We are heading back to an unstable wormhole. I have poked my head into an alarming one and got blown up for my troubles. Um, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to want to do alarming till I'm into T2.
Commencing warp.
I'm working on my T2, but
Arrived at target location.
yeah, just kind of had two previous goes. Just got kicked out of my last wormhole, which is annoying, but we are reloaded. Cargo dropped off and everything, ready to head in for another go. And our T3 frigate wingman, we couldn't help. I had to bring him.
Starting warp.
He was on research, like he's back on research now, even though he's not. You know, he's got all like combat and pilot specializations now, but his base stats make him better at research than someone who's got all the specializations in it, which is annoying. So that means that I can't tweak him until my research queue is empty, which is awkward. Because he'll be working, which counts as en route sort of thing. So whatever, it happens. He's still a really good wingman. I want him as a wingman. He's got the William pack, but I think I kind of prefer my
target engaged.
My other expert wingman. But I will give the other guy a go. I've got a nice set of bonuses on my other wingman. He does good DPS with rails from range, so he often pulls aggro as well, which can make things a little nicer. You know, some of the enemies be going after him.
Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Roger.
Sure, I'll take 12 kilometer weapon range. Why not?
Approaching
You're not
target.
approaching it though, right? Now you are. Thank you.
Target engaged.
I hope I'm ready. Construction.
Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Roger.
Target engaged. Starting warp engine.
Burn through looking for
Commencing
buffs.
warp. Arrived at target location.
Roger.
Auto combat activated. Approaching target. Approaching target. Target engaged. Starting warp engine.
This time in chaotic space,
Commencing
I'm going to
warp.
go straight for the event. I want to see if anything
Arrived
happens
at
when you
target
can
location.
kill
Roger.
everything that was there, if you can.
Auto
And
combat
everything that
activated.
spawns, or see if more stuff spawns or what.
Target engaged.
I wonder what that was.
Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Roger.
Approaching target. Approaching target. Auto combat activated. Target locked on. Approaching target. Auto combat. Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Roger.
Target engaged.
25% speed or 20% speed and 15% damage, and
Starting warp
I
engine.
think
Commencing warp. Arrived at target
too bad.
location.
Oh,
Auto
hello,
combat
Bulldog.
activated. Approaching target. Target engaged.
Let's see if we got something at the second site.
Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
We do.
Approaching
We haven't
target.
got any of them yet. Hold on, there
Target
might be something.
engaged.
It might lower the wormhole level though. Yeah, we got a max velocity plus 25%.
Target engaged. Starting warp engine.
Will
Commencing
counteract a
warp.
lot of
Auto
the.
combat deactivated. Auto combat.
Roger.
Target locked. Auto combat. Starting warp. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Roger.
Auto combat activated. Approaching target. Target engaged.
It is not a good day for buffs.
Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Roger.
Auto combat activated. Approaching target. Approaching target. Target engaged. Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Roger.
Oh, cool. Merchant buff.
Approaching target. Auto combat activated. Orbiting target. Target locked on. Target locked on.
That's nice. It's basically killing them in 2 volleys. This is regulated space there. So let's talk to that
Approaching
merchant
target.
traveler. Get the rampage buff.
Primary weapon ready.
Extra 8% bonus damage. Let's head to Chaos.
Auto combat starting warp engine.
And it might just be empty like it has been before, because I can see that
Arrived.
central
Target
site.
location.
Roger.
If there's more than one person in
Auto
there,
combat
being a real
activated.
PvP magnet, potentially. You might want to go, you want to do that with a fleet. One volley. That's all his shields.
Approaching target.
We're definitely doing better than we were before. We have. It looks like we didn't have
Target
the
engaged.
80% damage buff up either. We might have. Maybe I missed it. Like I did with that button. I'll go check that out. Yeah.
Starting warp engine. Commencing warp.
We don't want the thing.
Arrived at target location.
Roger.
Target engaged.
If this does a rare signal, that would probably still be worth getting. Damn it, just a reduction. Right, let's go see how much of this
Starting
we can
warp
get
engine.
done.
Commencing warp. Arrived.
Okay, well we got
Target
stuff
location.
anyway. Cool.
Roger.
Oh, bloody hell. I would say something else does indeed. This is different.
Approaching target. Approaching target.
Didn't quite catch what that was about. Did somebody clear stuff up and not collect the boxes?
Target engaged. Target engaged.
Not seen that bit before.
Approaching target. Approaching target. Primary weapon ready. Target engaged.
Guess we all like your fancy T3, Mr. Wingman.
Target engaged.
So this is all just free stuff. I'm assuming it was actually left by somebody else, I don't know.
Target engaged.
Mission center is rebooting. Okay.
Target locked on. Auto combat activated.
So it looks like it's just a loop cycle. If you want the extra stuff, kill these things. You just hammer this stuff until you've got all the boxes you want out of it.
Target engaged.
What's our range on these puppies? Yeah, pretty long. Is he coming for me or what? He's not coming. Okay, he's coming closer. That's okay then. Otherwise, it's just a waste of ammo at like max range with tactical blasters. You do massively reduce damage. So, and now that he's closer, we can wipe him up pretty quick. Oops. Forgot that collecting these things uses energy too. So if you shoot at the same time, you really need that energy charger. Well, I think I've got an energy projection there. Nice, thanks, buddy.
Target engaged.
That guy might come in range. We might start poking at him. Man, so that T3R3 energy projection really helps out, doesn't it?
Target engaged.
You came in range, you fool! I become closer though, because I don't want to waste ammo.
Auto combat
firing,
deactivated.
Oh, Wingman will do it. Go on. Bye, guy. Thanks, Wingman. Nice work. Sweet.
Approaching target.
Now that's a drone. Maybe we can get him on this guy
Target
too.
locked on. Auto combat activated.
Yeah, let rip with the soul blasters, Mr. Wingman.
Target locked.
Get this guy when he's in range. We'll have a round of collecting boxes after him.
Target engaged. Target engaged.
It's less fun, but it's good loot. Decent. It's the exchange stuff. Once I've got the exchange stuff that I want, you know, if I max out on all the
Target engaged.
gold boxes and everything, then I'll just go back to doing the normal wormhole runs and ignore these places. It feels like a waste of buffs almost.
Target engaged.
There's two in the same spot over there. And we've got an infected in range.
Approaching
for this
target.
Guess we went in front range of the defender.
Target engaged. Auto combat deactivated. Auto combat activated. Approaching target. target.
Did it stop?
Target
Right,
engaged.
that sucks. When did I finish? I don't know, whatever. Hey man, I wouldn't mind an energy projection if you got it in you. Oopsie. Send him away.
Target engaged. Target locked on. Target locked on. Target locked on.
Go on, wingman, get your sweet T3 DPS in there.
Target
Let's
locked
take
on.
this guy as he's so close.
Approaching target. Target
Start
engaged.
collecting that at the same time. I guess we've got the engineer to take care of.
Target engaged. Approaching target. Target engaged.
We're up to 7.
Target engaged.
How long we got left in 7? Didn't notice that. 35 seconds. Yeah. Well, I suppose, well, we've got rid of lots of enemies. Still need to manage our energy. But if we do get right down to the bottom, then the wingman will probably throw his weight in. Doesn't seem to, he doesn't use the energy projector unless you're in quite bad need of it, I think.
Approaching target. Approaching target.
Maybe I should use thrusters.
Target engaged. Target engaged.
Yeah, we're into 8. I think we'll get all these doors now.
Approaching target. Approaching target.
I'm not going to thrust this time. Boost, whatever.
Target engaged.
Rather have a decent amount of energy. Definitely a bit more dull than your average wormhole run there.
Approaching target. Target engaged. Approaching target. Orbiting target. Orbiting target. Target engaged. Orbiting target.
Right, I think it resets the event now. Yeah. Don't think it's really worth starting again.
Target locked
I
on.
don't know. If we might be able to get another one in, may as well. Oh, that is heavy energy.
Target locked on. Auto combat deactivated. Target engaged.
We've got an ally on grid, but he's gone. Didn't quite catch it. It was a vulture, wasn't it? I'm not sure what that is. It might be a T2.
Target engaged.
But I'm not sure. I'll look it up. Oh, can we not? Nope. Darn.
Starting warp engine.
Well, we got one.
Commencing warp. Arrived
We'd
at
have to
target
leave soon.
location. Target engaged.
let's go back and check out the loot. It's the infected parts that I think are really worth it. Probably. Especially since I'm trying to gear up for 2-2. Got some sweet 2-2 lot loot at the last lot, so I'll keep the stream running.
Arrived at target location.
I mean, that event might have been a bit dull, but I was glad to have it dull. As we saw, other players can turn up there. In my case, it was an ally. And he just left, so didn't have to worry about PvP. Maybe that's what he was there for, but didn't target me.
Arrived at target location.
I don't know. Got a war on tonight though. A couple of hours.
Start commencing.
I'm gonna risk checking. Discord had shut down, which makes it more likely that the game will shut down when I'm out of it. Okay, so we've got 7:45 in my time, 6:45 game time. Yeah, so like 3 hours. Yeah, that was a risk. If Discord hadn't shut itself down, it's more likely that you can just safely check and come back to the game and it's still fine, but if it's got a load Discord, or if you're running voice on Discord, then your game will probably go. Come on, yeah, load me up in a random spot in space, it's fine. Whoa, inside the Stargate. That's one hell of a view. Interesting place to load. So not a random spot in space today.
Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Commencing warp.
Crack open. Mango watermelon, great.
Arrived at target location.
Box over there for recycling.
Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Can we docking up then? Yes.
Entered space station.
Okie dokie. Reloaded. Continue this production cleansing cycle of the infected parts. we'll find in Misk. The only pain in the ass is having to hold your finger down for so long. Definitely a good run for infected parts. Since we've collected our other ones, let's go see what other stuff we can get. Show off the true value of the wormhole run that we just did. I probably want a combat simulation unit at some point, but I kind of want at least these components first. And that's a nice load of stuff for those infected things. Where we went from here. We want that. We can either get 2 device cases, 4 component. I think we're going to go for 4 component cases to start with, actually. Or is it only 3? Okay, only 3. But I'm okay for ammo cases, thanks. But I'll keep saving to try and get those golds. A nice load more coming through. So yeah, these wormhole runs have definitely been doing us good for monsters. You on the end. We've done all our wormholes for today. They reset in half an hour, so we can do more soon if we want to. Right. Let's see what else we got from it. Well, aren't those nice to see? Basic supply cases. Common supply cases. Unique supply cases. Nice fodder for development and stuff. And we end up with a chunk of ore, not like loads. Let's see what we get out of here. We get tier 2 goodies. No, that'll be handy. That'll be good for war. And you might get it comped if you lose it, but you still gotta get it in the first place. Won't be able to start anything. Oh, those will be, well, I mean, getting those, but they're not so useful for war because you tend to be in a battleship. But that'll be handy for runs and stuff. I already got one, I think. But some got some nice stuff to come along for gearing up for T2 as well. I've already got 2 of those producing, so now I can save that one for when I'm heading for rank 3 and 4. Got a couple of those, so I can save that one too. Whereas that will be nice to run, and that is an ion thruster, so that'll be nice to run too. I'll definitely want that. No, not so much actually. It's a medium one that I need for my Celestial. We've not really got anything in here that need fiddling with, have we? I've got a couple. I've got enough caches to do another exploration run. I'm not bothering with those generally. Right, I'll do some rep quests. Yeah, so my recruits. That's the paid guy. Now, he does need a couple more levels on him, and I will take one of these things off before I level him to 15 so that he'll generate a new one. But apart from one more blue, this is like how he came plus the tweaks, so he gives me some bonuses, but they're kind of secondary because he's still not my main wingman. He's got frigate and cruiser, which would have been great and will be potentially, I don't know, but this guy does too. So he's got T3 frigate, so he's with me. He's my wormhole man, I'm afraid. But this guy's also my wormhole man. But he does destroyer battle cruiser, battleship. But he's still my wormhole man because he's got the pilot energy recharge T2R5. He stacks weakness analysis for himself. He's also got firepower boost for himself, a stack of firepower boost for me, energy recovery for me, and to go with his stack of crit rate, he's got that lovely crit damage, and he is pretty decent. You're going to have a bit of a different feel too. You got your range boost and your shield recharge. You should be a little bit more durable maybe. You make me a bit more maneuverable. Now he did have a higher level firepower boost. He had the R3, but I put the R3 on my wingman. Sorry, William. He's not bad, but not as good as the guy I already had. And he does have slightly better DPS, and he has different ships, so, you know, he'd be great if I wanted to do it in a frigate, but unfortunately I've got this guy for my frigate guy, and, you know, he's got the energy recharge 2 shield res boost, so he's perfect, because I want to fly my snowflake eventually, but frost for now. So he gets a bit of a firepower boost, he gives me crit, which might go better on the other wingman, but I think this guy's going to be my main. So I might end up moving some of the other wingman stuff over. But this guy's going to be awkward because, like, look, if I wanted to get rid of this, see, he's such a high-level scientist that even though she's got all the research specializations, he still gets put in for doing research because his percentages come out better, which means that you can't tweak your wingman very easily when he ends up being your primary researcher. But screw it, I'm doing it anyway. He's T3, and I can fly with him briefly before they change it so that I'll need to be in a T2, but I really am working on it. I need to do research towards it as well, like this. I've got this ready for it, but I need propulsion. That needs acceleration. I've got armor. I know I haven't got armor, but I've got enough for armor. What was that, 11 or 12,000? Space in the queue. Cool, it's nice to squeeze that one in. Getting the T2 started. I'm going to get rollover very shortly, which means more credits to spend. And it's evening, so it's time to push into my T2s. During the day I've been doing the other stuff, but I've got war coming up, so I don't want to be worrying about like running out of things. I'll get a decent length queue going before the war. Oh, hang on, actually, did I have any more ammos? Yeah. Ah! Darn it. And I'm going to wait 20 seconds on this and just piddle about doing stuff you don't need to be watching. I'll restart my phone. I'll set my graphics settings down, quit out, restart my phone before the war. I like to be fresh in.